Hi everyone! Have you ever heard of the term assessing listening? Yes, listening is an important language skill in communications. Assessing listening involves evaluating comprehensions of spoken language. So, why is assessing listening important? Let's discuss together. There are several important reasons for listening assessment, including foundation skills, high frequency, and tracks progress. The first is foundation skills. Listening underpins effective communications. Assessment of listening involves evaluating understanding of spoken language. The next is high frequency. Approximately 35% of daily communication time is dedicated to listening, making it crucial for language proficiency. The last is tracks progress. Assessments can guide teaching strategies and support for students. This allows for monitoring of student development over time. Okay, the next discussion is about types of listening assessment. So, there are four main types of listening assessment, including intensive listening, responsive listening, selective listening, and then extensive listening. For the intensive listening, focuses on micro-level sounds like phonemes, individual words, and intonation patterns. Example task of intensive listening. The first is distinguishing minimal pairs, training listeners to distinguish between two words that are pronounced similarly but differ in one or more phonemes. For example, in the word grass versus glass. And then the next example is paraphrase recognitions. In this test, listeners are trying to identify the two sentences or expressions that are different in words actually have the same or similar meanings. For example, the sentence "he's tired" have same meaning with the sentence "he's exhausted." And then the next example is repetition task. Listeners repeat what they heard accurately, either word for word or with the same intonation. Type of listening assessment is responsive listening. This assessment requires immediate replies to common greetings, direct comments, or simple questions. Next is simple task of responsive listening. The first is simple question and answer. This test involves listeners providing accurate and relevant answers to simple questions asked orally, and then yes or no responses. This test trains quick and accurate responses in communication situations that require confirmation or rejection. Another type of listening assessment is selective listening. This assessment focuses on specific information for detailed comprehension, such as news broadcasts. Example task selective listening. The first is multiple choice questions after audio, and then listening close or fill in the blanks. Information transfer tasks, such as matching pictures and labeling cards. The last types of listening assessment is extensive listening. This assessment understanding the general idea, gist, and inferential comprehension of longer spoken texts. Example tasks of extensive listening. The first is dictation. Listeners listen to a text that is read slowly and repeatedly several times, then write down exactly what they heard. And then note-taking. This test trains the ability to understand main ideas, important information, and relevant details while selectively filtering information. And the last is retelling or summarizing the story. Okay, the next discussion is about common techniques for assessing listening. The first is dictation exercises, picture-based tests, multiple choice questions, note-taking and summarizing, editing tests comparing written and spoken tapes, and then retelling stories or dialogues. From all these explanations, we can conclude that listening is a complex and essential skill for effective communications. Effective assessments requires diverse and well-designed tests that target different types of listening.